Hi everybody, it's me, Greg Mannarino. How are you today? It is Monday, August 11th, 2014. People, um, what just happened? Really, what just happened? Well, let me tell you, in case you're not aware of this just yet. Our president, President Obama, once again is drawing red lines. Today, he spoke to the president of the Ukraine stating, and this is a quote, that any Russian incursion into the Ukraine is unacceptable. You really have to sit back here and try to gauge what is happening here, people. What is going on, or what is going through his head? Look, I'm not going to sit here and bash President Obama through this entire video here. And I know no matter what I say or anyone else does, there are going to be people out here that are going to worship this man for whatever reason. And that is pretty frightening here. But we have to sit back here and put things into a perspective. But let's talk about how this affected the stock market today. Earlier in the day, I had written an article on my Seeking Alpha Insta blog where I had said that barring a geopolitical event, this market was going to pretty much rally through the rest of the month. Today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was up about 70 somewhat points. Obama comes out drawing his new red line here, and the market came down. Although it did finish in the positive. I think it finished up about 16 points. I'm referring to the Dow Jones Industrial Average. People, look, it's no secret, and I actually came out here, I did a video about this a while back. There is a U.S. military buildup in the Ukraine. Just do a little research on your own. I have people that I know of who are well in the know that have confirmed this to me, have actually enlightened me about this. Now you have President Obama coming out here drawing yet another red line. And what are the optics on this? Unless President Obama really wants to bring us into a direct military conflict with Russia, I don't understand what is going on here. And maybe some of you out there, especially if you're, a believer in President Obama, you can outline for us all here what you believe is going on here. And don't spin it and twist it. Let's talk about spins and twists real quick here. Just last month, President Obama came out stating specifically that he believed that the time we are in now is the most peaceful in decades of American history. And this was parroted by his press secretary, who came out and called this time tranquil. The optics on this to the world must be staggering when you have this kind of nonsense coming out of the executive branch of the United States of America here, people. Let me just put a few other things here into a perspective because it's very frightening, I think. I wrote an article recently, again, on my Seeking Alpha Insta blog. First of all, let me say this. I hope if you follow this blog, you at least pay attention to that. You don't have to sign up to follow it, but at least save it in your favorites because every day I'm going to be posting something there that's pertinent to what you should be following, I believe, at least. So, I mean, it's almost takes my breath away of this kind of thing here. But we understand what's going on here. And I had written an article, once again, on my Seeking Alpha Insta blog, disclosing the truth behind President Obama's humanitarian bombing here in Iraq. And I put the perspective on this in such a way that I try to let you understand that this whole thing being humanitarian is nonsense. Let me outline that for you here if you have not seen that particular Insta blog. President Obama came out stating that America has to do something to save the 150,000 plus refugees trapped on that mountain in Iraq. Just to enlighten those of you who might not know this, from 2010 to 2012, during President Obama's presidency, over 260,000 Somalians died of starvation, half of them children. Why didn't he do anything about that? Was there, threat of death by hunger not enough? 260,000 perished Okay, that number is greater than 150,000 that he's trying to save right now. So this is nonsense. This is a live fire exercise. He's trying to show Vladimir Putin, hey, you know what? The United States is not just a paper tiger. And then he comes out today, drawing yet another red line, saying any Russian incursion into the Ukraine is unacceptable. Is he literally trying to push us into war, people? That's what I want to know. What's your take on this? Or is there something else going on here that is much more dastardly? I mean, we could put many perspectives on this, but it's kind of embarrassing as an American citizen to have a president that can't keep his mouth shut, that continues to draw unenforceable red lines everywhere. Um, it's very, very sad. Comes out calling this time peaceful, parroted by his secretary. Oh, it's tranquil. It's embarrassing, people. And if you have to support this man, you got to really put a perspective on it for yourself and say why, what is actually happening here? Because frankly, I have to say this: in my entire almost 50 years of life, and I've seen some bad presidents, there's no doubt about it, and I've talked about some of them here. I didn't like Bush either, but this guy takes the cake. He has no business being in that office. He's absolutely unqualified, beyond any shadow of a doubt here, and he's facing off against Vladimir Putin, and a Putin who is light years ahead of him. Anyway, before I run off on some kind of a tangent here, people, I just really wanted to talk about this because this red line thing is becoming, frankly, asinine, and I'm getting sick of hearing it. Unless you have a different take on it, I'd love to hear from you. I promise to read the comments here. Let's just go back to the equity market real quick. Again, I did post why I believe this market was going to go higher. I called the bottom on this market, people, in article after article that I wrote on my Insta blog, in video after video that I had done just here. I talked about shorting the VIX. It's playing out phenomenally. I hope you got in on that. I think, again, barring some other nonsensical geopolitical event, probably sparked by our president who doesn't have a clue, this market is going higher. I want us to capitalize on that. I did enter a new position today. Please have a look at my site, traderschoice.net. You can see exactly where I'm at and what I'm doing. And I really hope you're paying attention to my Insta blog, people. Again, there's going to be links to all of my things right down here in the description of this video. And I'm going to ask all of you, as always, please, if you think this is important, people need to hear this to get a perspective on what's happening here. Share these videos. Give me a thumbs up, because I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of Obama supporters here. They're going to give me a thumbs down here just because I'm talking bad about the president. So let's see if we can overwhelm those thumbs down. I am more than certain we can. These people got to get a clue. Period. The freaking end. That's it. I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy.